You know, when we first got the report that there's a vehicle upside down in the river, a fisherman had walked by the vehicle. We didn't know if the vehicle was abandoned or if anyone was inside the vehicle. It wasn't until we were about there that we got a report saying that they could see an arm protruding from the vehicle.
So how much of the vehicle was submerged at that point, Jared?
The roof, it was upside down in the river. Water was probably 8 inches from the top of the door frame where the window meets. So definitely the roof section was submerged.
And was Lily in the water itself?
Not at that moment. She was fortunately placed at the rear of the vehicle in the back seat when it was upside down, that suspended her to where she was out of the water at that time.
Tyler, when you arrived on scene, what did you do?
We heard something saying, help us inside. And so it was at that point that we, said we have to get in that car now. And we all, the four of us, were able to push the car on its side. And that's when I looked inside and was able to see the child infant strapped in the back seat.
So you actually heard a voice calling out, help me. Do you know who that was?
At first we didn't know if it was someone inside the car, if it was what that voice was. We assumed, or I assumed, that it was someone in the car saying, help me. That's why we responded saying, we're trying, we're going to get inside and help you, we're doing the best we can. And that was just extra motivation and to get inside the car and figure out who was in there. It wasn't until after we flipped it that we saw the mother, who we know now was deceased at the time, and the child was in the back seat. And so it wasn't until after the early process, and we got together and we all heard the same, voice.
And Jared, you heard that voice as well?
Yes, I did. Like Officer Beddoes has said, more than one of us, of the four officers that were there, responded back saying, we're here to help.
When Lily was finally freed from the wreck, what condition was she in?
I could tell she had some life in her. I could see her eyes moving. She wasn't breathing at that time. Things went so quickly that I just handed her up out of the car as fast as I could to get her out and get her into the proper hands.
So she wasn't conscious, she wasn't crying or anything like that?
No.
I'm really intrigued by this voice you heard, and I mean, I guess it's something of a mystery to you at this point. I mean, do you think it's possible it came, is it possible the mother was still alive when you guys came on scene, or what do you make of it?
For 2 nights I've laid awake trying to figure out exactly, what it could be, and so many things go through your mind, but all I know is that it was there. We all heard it, and that just helped us to push us harder, like I say, and do what we could to rescue anyone inside the car.